your silverware. Are you ready?
I am.
We should have had silver. We should have somebody. I should get Dan to serve us as we're doing. Oh, that would be great.
Walk
He's
right
eating.
in.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Next
no.
time.
Next time, I'll put him in a
Real missed opportunity.
butler outfit, a suit, a
I like
cummerbund. He'll wear a cummerbund. Is that too fancy for a?
For sexy chicken? No, I don't think
Oh
so.
yeah, that's true.
I don't think so.
I know I'm
Nothing's too
I'm
fancy.
scrolling through my visual Rolodex of waiters that I've seen, and I don't think any one of them wore a cummerbund.
Yeah, maybe at like a wedding or like a
True.
religious thing.
Are cummerbunds religious?
No. I like after a communion or something when I was younger, like whatever restaurant we went to, like I have vague memories of a cummerbund. I can't place it.
It sounds like the beginning of a Netflix documentary. I have vague memories of a cummerbund.
Yeah.
I believe it was Easter of '87.
My memoir.
I love that you guys are both pronouncing the D very emphatically. I don't think I've ever once said it that way. Like I always just say cummerbund, which I actually am learning right this very moment that there is a D at the end of it.
We might be totally wrong.
I think you're absolutely right. I just wanted to point out that I don't understand words, and really for my entire life until this moment thought it was an ending in N.
I didn't realize I was doing the hard D at the end of that word, and I apologize.
I'm from Delco, so I just did what he did because whatever I do is always wrong, and it's a real not great way to be. But
please don't take it. You lead from me. Yikes!
No,
no.
I'm so smart.
Oh God, it's 94 degrees here.
I know. I'm like, whew,
I'm schwitzing. I am schwitzing. Well, we're schwitzing together.
Yes,
that's what matters.
True.
Because it's sacrifice for the greater good.
You're here in spirit, Chef.
Oh my gosh.
It's cooler where you are.
So I know our guest is also sweltering in his apartment, so let's introduce him so we can eat and get the fuck out of here. I love this show, but it's very hot here. So we just keep getting better and better guests.
I know.
It gets better every time we do this. And today is no exception. I don't know how we even booked this guy. He sounds like he's busy.
That's great.
24/7. He is talent booker. He's a producer. He's based in Los Angeles. He's booked for Marvel. He's booked for the Chris Gethard Show. He's currently a producer for ASSSCAT at the UCB in LA. He's producer in the George Lucas talk show.
Both.
Great.
And you can also catch him in the documentary, George Lucas, A Connor Ratliff Story, which Shannon and I saw and is so good.
Love it.
Highly recommend.
Jack of all trades, master of none. Please welcome to the show, Patrick Cotnoir is here.
Oh my goodness, here we are. Guys, it's so hot.
Yeah,
it's so hot.
How hot is it?
Far too hot.
It's 50 shades of heat wave.
Yes. Thank you.
About it.
Thank you all for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Big fan.
Oh,
thank you. Likewise.
Right?
Yes.
Are you saying you're a big fan, or do you need a big fan?
I would love a big fan. My remote, the batteries died on it, and they're very tiny batteries. So I don't even know. I don't have them. So I need to go find more batteries. That's where I am right now.
I just installed a ceiling fan in my living room last week. Game changer. Anybody who says they don't want ceiling fans because they're like, oh, they don't look nice in their video. You know what? Fuck you. Shut up.
Shut up.
5 of them in your house because they move air, and I feel like $1 million when I see them.
It's classy too. I like
classy as hell.
You know, it's really classy if you have one of those that have like the wicker ones that look like you're in like a cabana.
I think if I did that, Dan would divorce me because we would look like we're in the Golden Girls, and it's a step too far.
Yeah.
I mean, the kitchen vibe is very nice that you have.
See?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
You're
the kitchen.
Great. You're doing great.
Thank you. We should put a ceiling fan in here. I think I would.
Every
That'd be
room.
nice. Yeah.
Every fucking. They do have those fans that you can screw into a light, like a high top hat, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
A can into the can, and it makes a ceiling fan instantly. It's like $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on QVC the other day. My mom almost bought 3 for some low price of 3 easy payments.
I mean, I truly love hearing that people are still watching QVC. I
It's
love that.
Suburban
Donna
moms.
Williams.
Yeah, that rules.
Thank you. Yeah, she's keeping them afloat.
Of
So
all the things Amazon has put out of business, QVC will not be one of them.
It is wild.
That's what it seems like.
refuses
Yeah.
to
Grandmas
die.
have anything to do with it.
And HSN too, right?
Yeah, still kicking.
Mhm.
I
So-
think,
Are they
yeah.
the same company though? Like, didn't QVC buy them?
I think they are. I think
Interesting.
they are. I
pretty
never
sure.
fact checked it.
Well,
Yeah.
fact checked by our
I'm doing it right now. Hang on
Oh,
one
great,
second.
great.
Oh,
Yes.
I was getting my phone
on
out.
it. Everybody's
So it's a company called Quarate Retail Inc. They own QVC, HSN, Ballard Designs, Frontgate, Garnet Hill, and Grandin Road.
Wow.
I don't know any of those.
Oh, Grandin
And
Road
guy-
is very expensive.
Well, guys, good news. They're all dedicated to providing a more human way to shop.
Oh,
Well,
that's nice.
That was
Very
written
nice
by
of
a
them.
robot. That was written by.
Yeah, probably AI.
We're absolutely not a company filled with robots. Nope.
No.
We're all humans, right?
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
everything's just CGI'd. Those humans, they don't even exist. Try and find them anywhere.
So, Patrick, tell us a little about yourself. How did you end up where you ended up?
Oh, great question. How did I end up where I ended up? I lived in New York for 13 years. I went to school there, and I really wanted to get into the entertainment industry. I really wanted to work in something in the entertainment industry. I didn't know what it was. And started going to UCB in New York a ton when I was in college. And that sort of led to me working on the Gethard Show, which was made up of a lot of UCB people, which led to me working at ASSSCAT as a booker, and that got me other booking jobs. And sort of, it's just one of those, like, the rock goes down the hill and keeps picking up moss, and like everything leads to another thing, which is great. And that led to me meeting Shannon, and we worked on a show together. And I don't know where it is, but it's maybe coming out at some point.
I don't
We'll
think
find
so.
out. I don't know.
think it's in someone's
Fingers
closet.
crossed.
I haven't heard anything, so we'll
I
find
have not
out.
either.
Oh my gosh. Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Shannon is great in it. She's wonderful. She's delightful in it. And I
that's
truly
good.
hope that people get to see it at some point.
As always.
can't wait to see it.
I
Right?
had so much
Yes.
fun doing it. It was
Yeah.
a dream come true that no
Aw.
one will know
Aw.
got fulfilled.
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
look, if it's up to me, I'll find a way to get the episodes, and maybe they'll show up online. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
not,
we'll just throw them on YouTube. And it'll
Who's
be
gonna
the
stop
biggest
us?
hit of YouTube because children will watch it.
Yes.
I'm already
Yeah.
a fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Already made
Just
some
make lots
t-shirts.
of
Yeah.
ad money.
Yeah.
Can you pinpoint specifically like a movie you saw or a TV show or something that was the kicker that was like, yeah, I want to get into the entertainment industry? Or was it just generally like I like
Yeah. No, I mean, there were probably two things that were specifically like comedy, behind the scenes working on a TV show. And it was SNL, which was big, and the Muppet Show. I just wanted to work on the Muppet Show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those were like truly the two things where, SNL, they go backstage and you see the freaking llama and the guy dressed up as Abe Lincoln or whatever. And I'm like, that rules. I want to work
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
And I interned there. I did like a year and a half there when I was in college. So that was great. And I got it out of my system and I did it. And, now
awesome.
I don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
And I interned at Sesame Street. So I was like able to like kind of check off the two things, but also I checked them off pretty early, so
Right.
it's good and that's bad. You get to do the things, but then you're like, okay, well now what? What's next? And I think that was good for me because it led me to like actually bear down and like figure out what the things were that I liked about working on those and what I didn't like about working on them. And,
Mhm.
like figuring out what is the thing that I want to do based on my experiences at places like that. So
Yeah.
those were probably the big two. I mean, in high school, I watched Larry Sanders Show, and that was like really big because I wanted to do like, I wanted to work on a talk show. So that was, that was the whole point of that show and getting to see how it worked, and
Right.
that definitely helped a lot too. But the other two were the early ones,
Right.
as a child figuring it out,
That's so cool.
Do Muppets smell?
Ooh, great question. Well, most of them have noses,
True. Yes.
so
Yeah.
I
I'll
would
give you that
assume
one.
so.
I'll give you that one.
No, I don't think so. They keep them pretty clean.
Okay.
They keep them pretty. They want them to look good. But then there's some of them where you would see a character that like hadn't been used in a while or whatever, and they're like, oh, this one is from like 1978, and we just like keep changing the foam in the head or whatever. But apart from that, it's the same body and it's the same whatever. So I assume those maybe smelt a little more, but also I want to remind you I was an intern, so they did not let us that close to them.
Fair,
Oh.
yeah.
You know.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know how internships work there.
Sometimes you get lucky, but for the most part, it was you don't want to get in the way. That's kind of how most internships are.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Can I just say, to answer your question, Ralph?
Yes.
I worked at Sesame Place,
Oh.
and those Muppets don't smell great.
Yeah. I didn't know you worked at Sesame Place.
I did. I was
Wow.
almost bodyguard. And let me tell you something.
Wow.
That was the dumbest choice that they ever made. But I spent a lot of time like around the costumes, and they are worn by a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
And in the summer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
use your imaginations.
No.
What was the best part of working at Sesame Place? I'm sorry to hijack this interview, but I'm
You
just
know,
Do
go
it.
for
curious
it.
about this stuff.
Well,
And the worst part. And you give us both.
well, the worst part is the parents.
Yeah.
That's easy. They did the week before I started working there. Cookie Monster got beat up, and by a drunk adult, and and I worked in the entertainment department, and so I joked that they should put me in the costume and then roll me out and be like, "This is what happens when you beat up Cookie Monster."
Sure.
And they did not think that was a good idea, so I didn't.
Mhm.
But
I didn't know you worked at Sesame Place.
I did. I was
Wow.
almost bodyguard. And let me tell you something.
Wow.
That was the dumbest choice that they ever made. But I spent a lot of time like around the costumes, and they are worn by a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
And in the summer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
use your imaginations.
No.
What was the best part of working at Sesame Place? I'm sorry to hijack this interview, but I'm
You
just
know,
Do
go
it.
for
curious
it.
about this stuff.
Well,
And the worst part. And you give us both.
well, the worst part is the parents.
Yeah.
That's easy. They did the week before I started working there. Cookie Monster got beat up, and by a drunk adult, and and I worked in the entertainment department, and so I joked that they should put me in the costume and then roll me out and be like, "This is what happens when you beat up Cookie Monster."
Sure.
And they did not think that was a good idea, so I didn't.
Mhm.
But the best part was, well, I don't know. I mean, my first year there, we did we had an a cappella group, which is why I got hired. And then the second year ended up as almost bodyguard. So
Wow.
doing the a cappella group was very fun.
Yeah.
What was the name of the group?
Yeah.
The Sesame Singers.
Mhm.
Oh.
We went there when I was a kid. I went there probably 2 or 3 times maybe when I was a kid.
Oh no way!
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Me too. I bet we all
Yeah.
crossed paths.
Yeah.
Oh, we probably did. I remember going there when I was in grade school.
We were all just like, yeah, like sliding doors.
Ships
like,
passing in the
ships
night.
Passing in the night.
Right?
I swear.
Sliding doors.
Shannon, I don't know if you know this. One of my favorite Sesame Place facts is that teenage Brian Henson worked there, Jim's son.
What?
Just like working there, like he was not like in charge of something. He was just like an attendant there or something like that. And he met this guy Bill Beretta, who now is Rolf the Dog and Dr. Teeth and Pepe and like a whole bunch of characters for the Muppets. And that was how he met him and like got him into the company to become like the main performer for them now.
What?
But I just think that's very fun. So you're in good company.
That's so cool.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
No nepotism there.
I know. I
Work your
know.
way up.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
refreshing, even.
Yeah.
I like to think that he like ran the roller coaster that has like the duck at the top. Like,
I think I was too young to go on that roller coaster, so I don't even know what roller coaster you're talking about.
I actually don't think the roller coaster had the duck on the top, although in my brain I think it did. But I
that
think
was-
the water slide is the one with the duck on
Mhm.
the top.
Yep. I used to know what it was called, but it's been so long.
Probably rubber
Yeah.
ducky something, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it
It's like
Ernie?
Sky.
I'm sure. It was
What,
Ernie.
Patrick, what's your favorite ride when you go to an amusement park?
Oh man, that's a great question. I mean, I
Mhm.
really love I love the Avatar ride at Animal Kingdom in Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh.
amazing. It's like you're on a big screen and you're basically like riding a motorcycle. But it's a thing you're flying on, whatever. But it like moves you like this as you're like hanging on to it, and the thing moves like this in between your legs, so it like feels like it's breathing.
Oh, no.
Oh my, see,
Oh.
Nope.
that's
No, thank you.
It's
Nope.
it's so wild. I mean, I also I love Rise of the Resistance at Disney, which is the big Star Wars ride, and I also, I love like Muppet 3D. I love the People Mover, which is just a very slow tram ride that you just sit in and it just takes you around, and that's basically it. It's the perfect like cool down thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are probably the top ones. There's a
Is it-
there's a Legoland near me, and
Yes.
before I moved to New York, I went to the New York one because I just wanted to see what it was like having a theme park in the New York area, and we definitely felt like the oldest people there by far, and like we were like, none of the rides are really hitting for us. Like this is maybe
oh my god.
we may be past the point of going to Legoland, so I don't know. We'll see.
Wow. Are you past the point of actually building Legos?
No, never.
good.
Cool. Oh,
Good
yeah.
answer.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
There's a little guy right there. There's a little guy right there. I knew I
Aw.
had one at the reach, but I didn't know where he was.
Love it.
Happy I
That's
found him.
so cool.
I know
Yeah.
during the pandemic, my partner and I put together the Daily Bugle from Marvel.
that's a good
so
one.
it was
Yeah.
like gigantic, and we
Yeah.
chronicled it on Instagram, and we did each bag. It comes with like 16 bags of stuff. The big ones do, and we did one each night
I
for
love
like
great.
16 nights. Took about an hour. It's a great
Yeah.
Legos are for everybody. Like
They
it's
are.
a great project. It never gets old. It's like you turn your brain off, you build something. It's like yeah.
Timeless.
The Lego North American headquarters, it's their biggest headquarters outside of Denmark, where they're from. It was my hometown. So a lot of my parents' friends and like family worked there. So we would get stuff for like 60% off. Like we'd get stuff for
Yes.
so cheap. And I have so much Lego at home, and my parents are like, you need to bring these with you. And I'm like, I don't have space. You live in a house. I will never live in a house. Like you have to hang on to these.
How depressing is
resonates,
that?
yeah.
That the just owning a house is now
never gonna happen.
never
And
gonna happen.
I've got too much. I've got so much other junk that I'm like, I don't have space for Legos. Like it's just
Yeah.
unless you want to pay for a storage space, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah, you got to choose your stuff adventure. I
Yeah.
think, as an
Yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
Should we start eating this stuff?
Yeah, you
before it
wanna-
gets too cold?
Yeah.
Now, guys, here's the thing. I didn't realize we were supposed to eat on here. I did already eat it. I do have
Oh, that's
leftovers,
fine.
and I can show you the leftovers though.
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
you're
Let
fine.
me go
Yeah.
get the
No, please.
leftovers.
It's basically a choose your own adventure here. And I hope it was good. We're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
This is like I have a really big piece to start with. It's not going to be attractive.
Here, I'm gonna show mine off.
Ooh.
In
I
the
mean, you
Ziploc
can't really
bag.
see the chicken,
Oh,
but there
yeah.
is chicken under there.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Looks
under
done.
there.
How was it?
It was good.
We
It was
appreciate
good.
honesty.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Sorry, I'm coming back. Hang on. I think
Oh, the onion's good.
I would have liked a little more flavor in it.
Okay.
Okay.
I also think I maybe put too much wine in there. Like,
Okay.
it was just a little soupier than not soupier, but you know what I mean. Just a little
Yeah.
more like moist than I wanted it to be.
Oh yeah.
More wet.
I think if
chicken?
the chicken had been like a little crispier or had something just
Yeah.
to give it a little more flavor, I would have liked it. It wasn't bad by any means, but
Okay.
as a guy who like doesn't follow recipes that often to like cook things, it's more just like I'll throw this on and this on and it'll be good and it'll work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely something new and or it's been a while.
But baking is a science and cooking is an art, right? Is that what
Yes.
it's like?
So.
There's a little leeway there.
Yeah.
Before I eat it, this is what mine. I went all overboard and made a couple sides just because
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
You
and
shared them. Mine is so much tinier.
So we're gonna try it. Oh, but what you want to say? What it was? What?
Yes. So today we cooked the roasted chicken thighs with sweet and sour onions. Serves 2 to 4, but ours would serve like 15 people.
Yeah. It's delicious. There's white wine in there. There's cinnamon stick that we use.
Yeah,
Bay leaf.
Bay leaf.
What else?
Honey,
Honey,
butter.
onion.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet onion. I got a Vidalia, although I guess you could use any onion. I just got an onion. Some of mine's charred. It's actually really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
I think the sides probably help it a lot, just like having the other flavors. That's not even like, I'm not joking about that. Like, I just think it would be like, it would help add to the flavor palette in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I made some rosemary and garlic mashed potatoes because
Yeah.
why not?
So good.
Yeah.
While we're eating,
Applause.
Shannon, there's always we're cooking from the 50 Shades of Chicken cookbook this season, and each recipe has a little
Sexy story.
sexy story to go along with it. So Shannon has not seen this story yet. I just sent it to her before we started.
Great.
Cold read. What's the story that goes along with this one, Shannon?
Thank you so much for asking. So the name of this story is Dripping Thighs, and
Well,
I
there
am
it
so
is.
sorry in advance.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. The way his apron hangs. Nope. All right. I swear to God, I'm an actor. Okay. Okay, take 2. All right. The way his apron hangs from his hips already has me all wobbly, but he coats my thighs with sticky liquid. I can hardly contain myself. Okay. Is it the wine? Or is it my aroma starting to drive him crazy too? He heats me up fast, and I won't take much to finish me off now. His lips work me up into a smile. So I can't. Okay. My own. No. All right. Gross.
The
Okay.
joy of it. That's the joy of it.
My own juices are mixing with the coating and running all over the place. I get the
Jesus.
strangest, sweetest, most hedonistic feeling up and down. It's Epicureanism run wild. He
Wow.
spreads my thighs out on a plate, sticky hands, and at least 5 wet napkins. What will the housekeeper think? Who cares? Okay.
And scene.
And team. Wow.
Wow.
So
That's my
Sean
new
does it.
monologue. My new audition monologue.
Since you don't cook the chicken, we have to, you
Right,
have to-
well, yeah.
sadly, you got the short straw.
I'm world's worst cook, world's most mediocre actor, so I chose that one instead. Yikes. That one was the grossest one so far. Some
Sure.
of them
Yeah.
have been very funny.
Yeah.
That one was a lot of juices, and
Just
not to
juice.
yuck anyone's yums, but wow.
Yeah.
What has been the best recipe so far?
Ooh, that's a good question.
How many of these have you done, first of all?
So you're our third. So
Okay.
there's no
Okay.
third choice.
So there's not a ton of choices, but
No.
I think
Right.
for me, the wine steamed chicken
Me too,
turned
the
out the
first
best.
one,
I think
yeah.
that was the best one for me.
It had some scallions in there.
mhm.
The last one was like a skewer, like a teriyaki skewer.
They were
They
okay.
were good. They were so salty. It was another it
Yeah.
was one flavor profile. It was too intense.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a lot of balance in it,
Right,
sure.
A good
Sure.
recipe.
Did you how was the experience cooking and eating the recipe for
Yeah.
you, Patrick?
Yeah, I mean, I said this before we started. I've been in this apartment over a year and a half, and this is either the first or second time the oven has been turned on. I'm a big air fryer guy, or just like pan fry, or pan whatever.
Nice.
But air fryer is like the main guy, just because it feels like it's the easiest. It cooks it thoroughly, and like you're getting it all evenly in there. It was good. It was good. It was I'm like, what am I gonna do with a bag of bay leaves? That's sort of where I am. Whenever you do things like this, you're just like, okay, now I have 4 more cinnamon sticks. Like, what is the thing I do with cinnamon sticks? But it was good. It was fun, and I don't know. It worked well. I also am very confused because I know I have baking trays, like baking sheets.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are, and it's like so weird because I'm like, I know I have like 4 of them, so where could they have gone?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm like looking around being like, I checked in there. So I used a glass baking dish kind of.
Okay.
Which may have been, but it may have been like why it didn't cook as like, it didn't have as much like heat getting to it because it had the sides to it and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
What's your go-to to cook in the fryer for yourself?
Yeah, I'm a big salmon guy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, salmon's usually the go-to. Or just like chicken breasts or something like that, and just loading it up with seasonings and whatever I can pop on top of it.
And is it a like you have to open the windows afterwards?
It depends. Not really. That's more if I'm like frying, like pan frying something. That's more of the open the window thing. But I usually can't tell until I leave and then come back.
Oh
yeah. Then I walk in and then I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
But the air fryer is pretty self-contained usually. But yeah, salmon's very easy, and it's kind of hard to like really mess it up, So just overloading it with whatever seasoning I've got in the closet is
nice.
Is the go-to. Yeah.
Any oh, go ahead.
Oh, do you have a favorite seasoning?
Oh.
That's a great question. I like paprika a lot.
Oh.
I put paprika on French fries when I put them in the air fryer.
Oh.
And I don't know if it really does anything except for like the visual of it, but they seem to taste a lot better with that. I've got like an Italian seasoning that's just like a bunch of different, herbs and spices and whatever on it, and that's pretty good. But the thing, when I make eggs, I like putting everything bagel stuff on it.
Yeah.
And it gives it like a lot more flavor to it, and like sometimes a little bit of like a crunch, which is like a fun thing when you're eating an egg. Nice. But it's good if you're doing like an egg sandwich or something like that. So that's
2 points. Number one, we eat with our eyes before we eat with our stomachs. So it really is important how our food looks, because the whole thing. Number two, please, everybody get yourself, I have a big bottle of it, the Italian seasoning stuff that you talked about.
Yes.
You can put it on everything. It has a bunch of different stuff in there. It makes everything taste awesome. You can also put it in, olive oil and do make a dipping sauce for bread.
There we go.
That's the one. Yep.
Nice.
Mediterranean blend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anything like that, please, everybody get one, put it in your cupboard. You will use it forever.
Oregano, thyme, rosemary, savory, basil, sage, marjoram. I don't know what marjoram is.
Me neither.
Don't know. It's delicious.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
Yep.
Great. We love it.
Do that. Any fun chicken memories growing up?
Any fun chicken memories growing up? Let me think about fun chicken memories.
Or like,
no, it's a good question. Any fun chicken memories? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is just getting KFC, because that was like the fancy one to get.
Nice.
Because it was more expensive, even though it was probably like $1 more than McDonald's would have been. Like, it was not that much more expensive, but it was always like the one that was more expensive. We must have something good. Let me think. I mean, I love fried chicken. I really love fried
Does it?
chicken.
Too, yeah.
My arteries, it's a problem. But
Oh.
Same.
yeah, I don't know. There's a really good fried chicken place near, not totally near me, but like 15 minutes away from me. And it's really good, and I have to like stop myself from going to it. But occasionally I'm just like, well, I'm gonna drive across the city because like this is really what I need right now. It's right near Dynasty Typewriter, which is the theater I do a lot of stuff at.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's dangerous because like if I'm driving over being like, oh no, I don't know what I want to eat, like I don't want fast food. Okay, I guess I'll go get the fried chicken.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know about any other chicken memories beyond that though.
Oh, what's that place called? Give them a shout. I'll check them out.
It's a great question. Hang on
Oh
one
no, I'm so sorry.
No, I don't know. I know where it is.
I'm the
I'm
same
gonna-
way. So
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
well,
find
thank
out.
you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah. Do you guys, well, I'm gonna throw it back to you. What are your
Yeah.
favorite chicken memories?
Chicken memory.
yeah.
I have to find a better way to ask that question.
No, I love
or
it.
maybe not. I don't know.
It's a new regular question.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Memories. Well, I grew up on a farm, so I actually had chicken, like live chicken.
Not fair.
I know. I'm a ringer.
He said himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I set myself up for that. But we didn't actually eat them. We used them for like eggs and stuff. Chicken memories. But I just remember I have a huge Italian family, so I just remember a lot of cookouts with like chicken on the grill and like how like delicious it was to wait, like you wait for it to cook and you smell it and the people sitting around talking and how, it's just like the whole, like I said, you eat with your eyes. It's like eating should be a whole experience.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's what I remember is like, I have a good memories of chicken.
Yeah. Nice.
How about you?
Mine is probably also KFC. Like we ate, there were four kids. So we ate a lot of fast food because it was just the easiest thing for us. And I remember just getting like, my mom just getting like 2 buckets of chicken and like being like, this is it. So a segue. So, not fully chicken related, but my mom's favorite coleslaw is KFC's.
Mine too. It's good.
It's really good.
So good.
It's like the best coleslaw. And my mom would try and make it. And like, she would make it okay, but she was like, this is so much work and KFC's is better. So I'm going to out my mom right now. She would like pour she would just get like 2 KFC coleslaws and like pour it in a bowl and be like, I made coleslaw.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
And you know what? That's the way to do it. Like we're doing too much work, especially had a bunch of kids to deal with.
Nobody's going to call her out and be like, wait a minute, this isn't yours.
She could have just brought it honestly in the containers and it would have been fine.
It would have been fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. Sorry, Donna. For that one.
Shannon, you got any chicken memories?
Chicken memories?
Yeah.
Family.
When I was in high school, we had popcorn chicken day.
Ooh.
And it was like the most popular day at school. And you had to like, we had too many kids that went to my school, and so you had to like, we had tiered lunches. And so if you were in like 3rd lunch that popcorn chicken day, you probably wouldn't get them. So you needed to like be first lunch, which was like at like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And you had to like run to the cafeteria and like get popcorn chicken for popcorn chicken day. And
we had tier lunch too. It was terrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do it, I guess, but like, it stinks.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Remind
have
me again? What's tiered lunch? Remind me again.
We had it.
It was just like there's too many kids, so they have to like they shift when you have class, and then basically like you either have lunch 11 to 11:35, 11:35 to 12:50.
Oh yeah, we did that
had
too.
that too.
Yeah.
It never had popcorn chicken, but
Same.
Yeah. I do like the phrase tiered lunch though, because in my brain it's like, well, if you get straight A's, you get to eat first, and then if you get B, what was like? We had really good meatball subs, meatball grinders, and we had that was in elementary school, and then we had really good like chocolate chip cookies in high school. Those were like the popular things at our school.
Otis Spunkmeyer cookies we had.
Oh yeah, we had
those too.
3.
They made their own cookies, and then they would put like not Cool Whip in between, but it was like a cream, like a thicker whipped cream, and they would make it into like an ice cream sandwich kind of, except it was whipped cream in the middle, and it was so good. Like looking back, it was terrible for you, you know. But
most things are.
Yeah. And as someone who parents mostly made them meals, you know, for lunch, instead of like buying food every day, it was something where I'd always have to like run around the house trying to scrape together like $2.25 or whatever the sandwich was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We have
it's called Crawford's Bar in LA, the place.
Okay.
I DM'd you the Instagram thing. You can put it in the description or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a bar.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, it's a bar. It has what do you call it? Pool. But then they also have really good fried chicken, and that is the only food they have. They like don't have ice for their water, but they have fried chicken. Like that's their thing.
Priorities.
I love a place like that. You know it's good. You know it's good.
They're also right across the street from this place called Tommy's Burgers, which is there's like 50 Tommy's Burgers in LA, right?
Okay.
And it's because this one was very popular. So a bunch of other places were like, well, we're also going to call our place Tommy's Burgers. And their like thing is that they'll put like chili on the hamburger. Like that's like their what they're known for. But all of these knockoffs are like TOMY''S burgers, TOMYS' burgers, TOMMYSS' burger. Like it's just like everyone is trying to do this. It's like the like original Joe's Pizza in New York, like how there's a bunch of them, and you're like, is this the original one, or is this is the famous one, but this is the original one, you know? So it's right across the street from that. So if it's too busy to go to the real original Tommy's Burgers, a lot of people will go get the chicken here.
Tommy with two M's.
Yes. Tommy with two M's.
Confusing, but delicious.
Yeah. It's very frustrating because there's one near me that it says like original, famous, the best Tommy's Burgers. Like it's got all the adjectives in front of it. And I've had it twice, and it's been truly maybe the worst hamburger I've ever had both times. And it's because the knockoff, and they're like, we know we can get people in if we just pretend like we're the best one.
I forget what I was watching, but there was somebody who was talking about that, how in America everything's like the best, internationally known. And there was this, I forget what country it was, but they're like, that's actually illegal here. We can't do that. You have to, if you say you're the best, you actually have to have been voted by people and like have a certificate that says, yes, we are the best. So I'm like, let's start doing that here because everybody can't be the best and like number one. You have to, there has to be a number two.
It should be the only way, you know?
Right. Stop lying.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note, should we get into our world famous questionnaire?
It's not illegal here. We can say it.
Yeah, we had to. It is the best. So we can't prove how or why our metrics.
Trust us.
Had to slide right into.
You want to do number one?
Yeah. All right, Patrick. What do you think is the sexiest food besides chicken?
Now I've been stressing about these questions already.
I'm so sorry.
Don't stress.
It's been keeping me up at night. I was trying to think of like, okay, you're in like what's the sexiest situation? And in my brain, it's like a ski lodge, you know, and there's a fire going. So you're like hot chocolate, maybe?
Oh, I love
hot chocolate's like a fun, you know, you're hanging out, it's snowing outside, all that kind of stuff. That's what I would say.
Okay.
I don't know if that's really my answer, but that was the thing that popped in to my brain and stuck there.
Wonderful.
No, agreed. I like that.
Yeah.
Marshmallows or no marshmallows?
Ooh, great question. I would say whipped cream, no marshmallows.
Oh,
that's what I would say.
All right. Okay. Shannon.
Oh, are you asking about
input or number two or both?
You also have to answer the question, Shannon. Sorry.
I don't know the answer to that question. Oh, I will say marshmallows are not good. Okay, number two. All right. What snack would be in your sex dungeon pantry?
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Maybe like popcorn.
Oh,
that's actually a good one.
You just grab a bite whenever you need it, you know? Your breath doesn't taste too bad, you know?
It's nice and light.
it takes a long time for it to go bad, like when it's in the bag still before you've popped it. So if you're not using that sex dungeon a lot, it's probably still okay.
And it is torture if you get a kernel in between your teeth and your gum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Constantly. I don't know why.
Yeah. But some freaks like it. Some
Right?
Right. You don't want to yuck anyone's yum.
Not gonna yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a whole hour-long conversation about finger foods and sex dungeons, but I'm not. I'm gonna write it down and we're gonna do it later. All right, number 3. What are 3 songs you would put on your sexy cooking playlist?
I tried to not think about some of them beforehand, and I think that was a mistake. I think I should have prepped a little bit. I keep coming up with joke answer. I'm just like, the Star Spangled Banner, not a good answer.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. It's true. Yeah. I don't know, maybe some like jazz, some like smooth jazz, just like a lot of saxophone, I don't know if I have specific songs, but I'm thinking, some like John Coltrane or some Herbie Hancock, one of those guys.
Yeah.
Maybe Herbie Hancock, just because of the last name, it fits the best for this.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. All right. If you could fill an above ground pool with any food, what food would it be?
I mean, Jell-O feels like the easy answer.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be the most fun because like you're not going to go swimming through like
like gumballs or like
spaghetti or something like that's going to be too hot,
That's
Jell-O's like, it could be room temperature and it's fine. It's not hard. Like if you're saying like French fries or whatever, like that would not be fun.
Yeah.
But you can also like maybe lay on top of it. If you really wanted to like get into it, you could, but I bet you could also lay on top of it. I'm gonna stay with Jell-O. I think it's the right answer, and I think it's the easy answer.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
I did do some Jell-O wrestling in college, no lie. If you do it, you have to clean up immediately afterwards because when it dries, you just have to throw everything out.
What?
Now, can I ask a delicate question?
You can.
Does it just get everywhere?
Yes. You need to shower immediately, burn all your clothes that you were wearing. Start over.
I'm just
your name
thinking of like
to another state. It's just
thinking of like crevices and like your ears and stuff like
it gets in your ear. You have to clean your ear thoroughly. Just don't do it. It's fun to watch, but don't do it.
Was it worth it?
No, absolutely not.
Was it for money?
No.
Yeah. Was it for
charity? No, it was, just a short aside, we set up a kiddie pool in one of the bedrooms of our apartment at college. It took up the whole room and filled it with Jell-O. And one night we had a party and everybody just Jell-O wrestled. And it was, no money. It was just for fun because we were in art school and why not?
Okay.
Can we go around the 3 of you and say what you would like to wrestle in?
Sure.
I'm talking food specifically.
Okay. Wrestling? Well, okay. I'm trying to think practicality. My gut answer is jarred cheese, like a cheese whiz. Like a cheese whiz.
Oh wow, okay.
Just because I love it so much, and I wouldn't mind if it got in the
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Besides Jell-O, which I would never do again. I like the spaghetti idea. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Spaghetti wrestling. I would try that. At least you know where it is. Like it can't get stuck somewhere where you're like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Shannon?
Oh man.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
You had time.
Here's the thing. I did know, and I did think about it. I just need to say this. Food, like on me, like that freaks me out.
Okay.
Like I understand that it's just okay. I'm putting that out there, just saying I don't really want to wrestle in anything.
Yeah. But you have to in this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chocolate
You can't get
then,
out.
I guess.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because it's chocolate, and in the worst case scenario,
you eat it. Yeah.
You eat it.
That's what I was thinking. Cheese.
It's a win.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna hate doing it.
Yeah.
So you might as well like be
Make it
surrounded by the
enjoyable,
thing
yeah.
you actually love.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your answer?
Oh, I don't have to answer the question.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's our podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much difference between the pool and the wrestling, I think. Like, I do think Jell-O is a good,
Yeah.
but then you said it's bad, you know?
Yeah.
It was my experience.
Changes.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about this?
Where's
What-
your-
similar to Aubrey's, what about whipped cream?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
think
it's not sticky, you
Yeah.
know? You can eat a ton of it and not feel bad.
Yeah.
true. True. It's light, it's
Um,
airy. You can move through it pretty quick. Get to your
yeah,
opponent.
Moosey.
it's sort of like whipped cream or not whipped cream, shaving cream or like bubbles or something like
Yeah.
that, you know?
Oh yeah. That's
Um,
actually probably the most
I'm gonna
practical.
say whipped cream.
Yeah.
Great.
It's not sticky?
I don't think so.
I
Is
feel
it?
like it definitely would be sticky, but not to the point
Okay.
of Jell-O.
Anything dairy, you just have to be careful with, because if it looks sexy to begin, but after
Yeah.
5 minutes, it just gets weird.
Well, that's Cheese Whiz isn't real cheese.
not
That's
real
where I'm
dairy
like,
anyway,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's where it feels like safer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not gonna smell too gross because it's always just not real.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And the
Guess
train
we'll have to find out one day.
Yeah.
There's truly only one way to find out.
I know. I was literally just like inside my head, like, oh, pudding, like chocolate or vanilla pudding would also
Yeah.
be
Hmm.
okay to wrestle.
Sure.
Yeah.
The like thought thing, like the trains we go down,
Sure.
the roads we
Same,
travel, and the
the roads.
Spudge Fest.
Like ketchup.
Oh,
Mm.
Or just like tomatoes. Like
like a stewed
know,
tomato.
yeah, or like smushy tomatoes.
Yeah,
Like not
like a crushed, like a
yeah.
Ketchup was sold as medicinal back in the day when it first came out.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep, it was sold as medicine and a cure-all, and it's still, I mean, it's still good. Like homemade ketchup is still good. It has a lot of good stuff in it, so
Yeah.
it's still healthy. But medicine, I don't know.
Vitamins, yeah, I would call it.
I'm a fool. I just thought of the only real answer. What is the thing that we have to drink to survive? Water.
Water.
What
fill a
about
pool
just
with
water?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fill the
wow.
pool
Oh, okay.
with
Well, then,
water.
yes.
But
Man.
that is your traditional,
that's-
so we're
That's
yeah.
Yes.
food.
But that
That-
is yeah.
But there's no rules on this question. This
You're right,
question
you're
was
right.
That's
one
true.
sentence. It's very short. I
That's
think
We-
true.
that's
Oh, well, that's the right answer.
Okay, we're retiring this question now.
We'll come up with another one.
All right. Last question. Kill, fuck, marry. Shouldn't it be marry? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Very fun, yeah.
Green olives, cashews, or broccoli.
I will say I did show these lists of questions to my girlfriend, and she did say, "Why is it in that order?" So,
No,
You're not wrong.
I didn't see that until just
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
I'm gonna blame. I don't know who to blame. The universe.
I don't know if it's me. We like texted some reason.
Yeah.
It was me. It was me.
yeah,
Marry, fuck, kill. I know the
didn't
actual
wanna-
order.
I didn't want to call you out.
yeah.
I-
So I'm gonna say
From Delco. Nothing's
marry cashews.
Okay.
cool.
Love cashews. Big cashew fan.
Okay.
I'm diabetic. Cashews don't. A lot of nuts will raise my blood sugar a lot. Like almonds. Like almonds is like a thing where if my blood sugar is tanking, you're supposed to like eat almonds and it like boosts it back up.
Oh,
That's good to know.
Cashews don't really do that. So it's something where I can chow down on them and it's not as drastic as an almond. It's still not like ideal, but it is something that's better. Marry green olives, not my ideal olive, right? But I'm settling for it. Black olive is my ideal olive.
Yeah.
You're one of the only people I've ever met that likes black olives as much as I do.
Yeah.
I like
You-
them.
you
I'll
as
eat
well,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat a whole can, put them on pizza, put them on whatever.
Love it.
Same.
They're the
Favorite
best.
Pizza topping. Mushroom.
Now green olives, not bad.
Oh,
Like
great.
I'm
I like them.
not totally opposed. I only I was really against them for a long time in that I just like refused to eat them. I was like, not my thing. I'm a black olive boy. I'm sure there's some
Black
weird
olive.
brain chemistry thing that's making me do that I have not looked into. But only black olives. That's it. But green olives, I had some last night with my dinner. We went to Mexican and I got like a shrimp meal in like crushed roasted tomatoes, whatever, and then there were green olives in there, and it was really good. But not enough to overtake cashews. Broccoli, another thing, famously in my family against broccoli for the longest time. And I've only recently started eating it when it's in like Chinese food.
Yeah.
And it's only because I ate cauliflower and I liked cauliflower. And I think that got me over the hump of like, broccoli looks weird. I don't want to eat it. And once I was able to eat the cauliflower, the broccoli was the next obvious choice. So it's still not something I would go to, anytime, but it's I would kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
That seems like,
I grew to love broccoli. I think because I started having it on pizza, and which I know is a cardinal sin for anybody who love like Italians who eat pizza, like they would say no.
Yeah.
But it tastes really good on pizza.
I like it on pizza, a veggie pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I can take it or leave it. It's not anything that I really love, but I'll do it if I have to.
All right.
Fair.
Well, that question.
I like it. Yeah. And I will change the order to the right order. I don't know. No one changed it. It was in the doc and it got in there somehow.
We're all too lazy to care. Yeah.
Is it in, wait, let me look at it again. Hang on.
It's probably is the same.
No, it's not even in alphabetical. That was what I was checking.
No, it's not. I don't want to always use the excuse of Delco, but everything is backwards there. So it tracks.
Well, let me ask you this. Is this some subliminal thing? Is that your order?
Oh, you murder people first and then you screw them and then you marry them?
Not mine.
That's her dating routine.
I think Patrick meant the actual foods.
I meant is it kill green olives, fuck cashews, marry broccoli? That's what I meant.
No. That would be
every option.
No one's answer is that, I don't think.
I see.
Yeah. I would, I don't know. Oh, well, it's not our question to answer. But I was like, it's going to be telling if I reveal it.
Yeah.
Fuck green olives,
Hey-o. We are careening towards the end of this episode. This has been fun. They're always fun. I like this. You never know where the conversation is going to go. And this one took a few weird turns. So I like it.
That's why I'm here.
Love it.
Thank you, Patrick.
Anything special you want to let people know about? We don't quite know when this episode will come out. So anything in general where people can find you if they want to follow you, where to see you, any of that good stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the two big things that I'm plugging right now are I produced the show, The George Lucas Talk Show, with comedian Connor Ratliff and Griffin Newman. It's a regular talk show. Connor Ratliff plays George Lucas, and we interview real people as themselves. We've had Whoopi Goldberg, we've had Seth Meyers, we've had Shannon DeVito, we've had, the big three. That's what I call them, the big three.
No one else matters.
The Holy Trinity.
No one else, yes. But so you can find all of that on YouTube. The last 4 years at least are all on YouTube. I recommend people just finding a guest that they like. You don't have to be a Star Wars fan to like the show. It helps, but it's not necessary. There's also a documentary about the show that just came out and about Connor. It's called I'm George Lucas, a Connor Ratliff Story. Again, you don't have to be a fan of the show to watch it. It's on VOD now if you go to imgeorgelucas.com. It's also coming to more platforms in the next we'll say month. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but we'll say month. So keep an eye out. It'll be out there. What else should I plug? We just did in LA at Dynasty Typewriter, and I got the fried chicken right before I went there. We did a live reading of the Phantom Menace script for the 25th anniversary.
Wow.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yes. Haley Joel Osment played Anakin. Bobby Moynihan was in full makeup as Darth Maul. Full, I'm talking like SNL level makeup, like bald cap, horns, like full makeup.
Wow.
Lorraine Newman was in it. Tony Hale. Like insane people are on it. It's on YouTube right now, naboomovie.com. It'll redirect you to YouTube. It's free. It's very fun. There may be more coming up. I don't know. Wink, wink. Keep an eye out. Wink. You can find me on Instagram at Cotnoir, on Twitter at Patrick Cotnoir, and I don't know, go to my website. It's myname.com.
Awesome.
myname.com.
myname.com.
MYNAME, right?
Tommy with two M's.
See if that's available.
myname.com.
Yeah,
That's a
scoop that
funny
up.
thing.
If no one scooped
Let's
that
see.
up, myname.com.
It redirects to domainempire.com.
Oh, it's
So,
available.
yeah.
Now, bits can be expensive. We all know
Yeah,
this. We
they
gotta
are very expensive.
we gotta realize
Absolutely.
you don't want to own that forever.
Now, there is something called delcoelect.com also on
Oh,
Domain Empire. So,
okay. Delco Elect. Was that
Delco Elect.
just suggested?
There's a whole list, and I scrolled, and it was literally where my eyes went.
You may also enjoy Delco.
Yeah.
Elect.
Yeah.
I am wearing a Vogue t-shirt.
There you go.
See if I run for local.
Our AI overlords are always listening. This has been awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This has been amazing. Patrick Cotnoir is our guest tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you all for listening. Please try the recipes. Let us know what you think, if you like them or not. We don't care either way, but please just let us know. And anything else before we sign off, Shannon? No?
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 Shannon,
All right.
say something. End the episode, Shannon.
Fuck green olives.
That's it. That's the
My
end of it. Thanks, everybody. And remember to eat responsibly. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.